Hello and welcome back to Irish Chippy channel. My name is Pascal. Today I am going to do a review of arguably one of the best hand grinders you can buy at the moment. It's made by 1Zpresso. 1Zpresso, that's how it's pronounced. It's 1Zpresso. 1Zpresso are, the company is from Taiwan. They are manufacturing them in China now at the moment, and because they are difficulty getting supplies out. This is the JX Pro. The JX Pro has 200 settings. So, and that's in 5 revolutions. So there's 40 in each revolution. So when we measure, when we're dialing in our coffee, what I do anyway is I say revolution and then colon, then number, and then 0, 1, 2, or 3, which is 4 increments. So that's how you do it. So that's how it makes it 40. And all that comes in the box is the grinder, the lever, a piece of paper with the website, and a brush. So I will show you, 1Zpresso gives a diagram of dialing in for different types of coffee. I will put it up on the screen right now. I have it on my refrigerator over here. On the top of the machine is where you dial in, right? So as you can, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's numbers are 1 to 9, 0 to 9, which is, and there's 3 notches between each of them. So that makes it 4 multiplied by 10, which is 40. That's 1 revolution. So on the diagram, the older one is slightly different. This is the newer model, right? It has a grey dot instead of a red dot. Between one increment and the other, it is 0.012 millimeters. So it's not zero, it's 100th of a millimeter. That's what it is, right? Going to dial in something, if you're not sure where your 1 is at first, you turn it clockwise till you get it to 0. And then you will do 1 revolution, anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. What did I say halfway is on that one? 3.6. 3. I'll go to number 6. We'll just see what that comes in. I'm not going to waste a pile of coffee here because it's nice Arabica, good coffee. But I will weigh in 4 grams of it or something. No, I'll weigh in 6 grams of it. And we use 0. You put this up on top of your scale and you put your thing to 0. And we will put in 6 grams and see how it comes out. 6 grams is usually a little bit more than a full spoon. There's 6 grams. I'm 7 there now. But because I'm not making espresso and I'm not actually making anything with it, I will just start to grind. So I will grind it here on this one, and then on this one I will do for pressurized portafilter, and for here I will do for a non-pressurized portafilter. So we will do this. I will pour it. This is very easy to grind. It's ground already nearly, I think, yeah? Yeah. So you know when it's ground because it's going like this. Now, I have not brought it out to 3.6 before, as I said, because I don't make that kind of coffee. So you can see the grind there. Oh, it looks nice and even. But it's... you wouldn't be able to use that on espresso. I can, yeah, it looks very well ground, and it's ground with effortless. So what I'll do then is the next one I will do is I will bring it back to, it's probably a good idea if you're going back and forth. Most people will not be going back and forth, that's for sure. I'll just make sure there's none of that heavy one in there. So a pressurized portafilter is one like this that has a little, there's a little hole in the end in the middle of them. You will know what they look like. And a bottomless one will be bottomless one, might have just two parts coming out of it. Bring it back to 0. And what I do, I have done for before, with this one I use around 1.7. So I'm going to 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 6.3 I think I was doing anyway. So it's around there. It will take longer. So for one shot on this particular machine, I only use 6 grams instead of 7. But when I am using it with the single shot, I put 7 grams on the bottomless one. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, for now we will do, because I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this, well, I'm going to use some of it anyway, yeah. So I will do 6. And I will let you see how long it takes. You can time me there. I'm not going to put a timer on it because everyone will have different speeds of grinding. But basically, this grinder is twice as fast as the next best model. I'm not going to name the other models, but the other expensive ones, this grinder is way faster. I'd say we're gone 12 seconds now, are we? We're done now. Yeah, I'm done. Make sure there's no bean left. Yeah, we're done. Now that is for, as I said, that's my setting of 163. 1, colon, number 6, 1 revolution, number 6, and number 3. And then we will let this out. See, it is not perfectly powder, okay? It's powdery, but not real, well, it is powdery, but it is not like flour, okay? So this would be like the espresso that you would buy in the store. You would be buying it. It would be about that grind. If it was too fine, it would clog up the portafilter, the high pressure one. It would not work right with it, I can assure you. And there's lots of coffee left in that, look. I just make sure it's all out. So that's the setting that I put in for the other one. You could dial it to 1.6, between 1.6 and 1.7. And now for the real business, for using, for people that are really into their coffee. Now, if you're using a flare, I don't have a flare, but flare is a manual. A flare is a manual coffee maker. They are around 2 point something on this, so they are between this one and this one. They are not even as fine as this. And I see some of them there online, there on Reddit, and they're using the flare, and they're saying that they are 2 point something. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to dial this one to 1. I'm not going to go all the way around again. I probably could do with my glasses on, but I'm going to go with 1, 4, and 1, or 1, 4, and 2. What did I? The last one I had was 1, 4, and 1. So I'll make it 1, 4, and 1. So that's 1 revolution, number 4 plus 1 notch. It sounds complicated, not when you're doing it yourself, right? When you're doing it yourself, it is anything but complicated. So what I will do is, and I'll set my scales again. Now you really need the scales in grams if you're going to be doing coffee. You're not going to be using ounces. Ounces or fractions of ounces are just way too more difficult, and grams is very easy. So we will put, for this one, we will put 7, because that's a standard shot. 7 is a standard shot. There we are at 5. Now this will take a little bit longer. We're on 7 there now. Close your coffee when you're not using, especially if you're somewhere like here that's very humid, and it is humid here today. And this one should take longer, so you can time me if you like. I'm not going to turn on the clock. I'd say 15 seconds, maybe, or 18. There we are. A few little grains left. Now it's done. And take off the thing like this. Now you can give it a tap like this, so that anything that's stuck up in the top. So now I am going to pour this one out. I will move this a little bit here. Now that's more powdery. You can see it coming out of it. It's when I say more powder, it's like talcum powder or like flour. You can visibly see the difference between this one and this one. This one is like almost, you could make a cake from it. Actually, I don't know, can you make a cake from it? So that's my short video on the 1Zpresso. The brush, it comes with, the instructions tell you, I'm not going to strip it down for you. There's a lot of parts in it, and you read the instructions. It comes on the little card that tells you where to get it, and they have a PDF there that you can print out if you want to. So the only problem with this is that it's always out of stock. So the best thing to do is, if you see it available, maybe for 2 weeks' time, don't just put it in your basket, order it, because when they come in, they are sold out. This is a professional grinder, and the professionals use this hand grinder. But if you are doing a lot of coffee, you would probably want to spend $1,000 or more on an electric grinder. And but to get the quality of this one, you would have to spend that much money instead of the price of this one. So that's my review of the 1Zpresso JX Pro. If you like this video or any of our other videos, I would be much appreciated if you subscribe to our channel. There'll be a link to buying this in the description at the bottom of the video. And once again, thank you.